The Mandalorian timeline has been changed before to reflect Jon Favreau's comments, but Lucasfilm has retconned the timeline once again. The Mandalorian timeline has been changed throughout the show's run. However, it seems that Lucasfilm has once again retconned these changes. From The Mandalorian Season 1 to the Book of Boba Fett, it was generally assumed that the Mandivis covered a relatively short period of time, until Jon Favreau implied that it actually took place over several years. That is, until Lucasfilm decided to retcon the Mandalorian timeline for a second time. Star Wars timelines, from the time before the High Republic to the fall of the First Order, is now the official canon timeline of the Star Wars universe. It provides official dates for key moments across the Star Wars movies and TV shows, which includes The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, and these contradict Jon Favreau's Mandalorian timeline rewrite. This timeline change creates confusion for Star Wars fans, confirming the old Mandivis timeline while retconning the new one. The confusion is doubled by The Mandalorian Season 3, which features its own ideas for Din Djarin and Grogu's journey so far. Star Wars official timeline insists Din Djarin and Grogu's journey took only a year. Star Wars timelines officially dates everything from The Mandalorian Season 1 to the Book of Boba Fett at 9 Abai, meaning that most of Din Djarin and Grogu's journey took place over 1 year. This goes against Favreau's comments about The Mandalorian spanning several years and returns the timeline to how most fans viewed it before that. On the one hand, this would fit with the serialized aspect of The Mandalorian, as the events of individual episodes often lead right into the next one. On the other, this timeline retcon seems to ignore the apparent passage of time between seasons. Having The Mandalorian set over the course of several years means that Din Djarin and Grogu would have more time together, and make it more tragic when they go their separate ways. Favreau's comments had previously suggested that there was a large gap of time between The Mandalorian Season 2 and the Book of Boba Fett, meaning Din Djarin and Grogu were separated for quite some time. However, Star Wars timelines now insist that these events only spanned a single year, taking away the long time gaps. There's also evidence in The Mandalorian Season 3 to support a greater passage of time. The Mandalorian Season 3 suggests the timeline is wrong. Star Wars timelines does not include The Mandalorian Season 3, which contains several moments to suggest the retcon timeline is wrong. The Mandalorian Season 3 premiere showed that the Children of the Watch had brought the surviving covert members back together and established a new home, which implies that a decent amount of time has passed since the Book of Boba Fett. Din Djarin also returns to visit Greef Karga on Navarro, who is noticeably older and has had time to grow the main city into a large and prosperous community. Moments like these make it hard to believe that a majority of The Mandalorian's timeline happens in 1 year. It's possible that Star Wars timeline simply wasn't able to reflect Favreau's timeline change, given that it released a short time after The Mandalorian Season 3 finale. Star Wars timelines also features continuity errors for other Star Wars projects, including dates for the High Republic that contradict comments from the creators. This isn't to discount Star Wars timelines in any way. It simply demonstrates that a guidebook covering an expanding Star Wars timeline is bound to make a few mistakes. Either way, the Mandalorian timeline changes have been retconned again by Lucasfilm, and in time may be changed again.
If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.